Well, we're on the outskirts of Coventry now, right out in the middle of nowhere, and this is the field which we've walked down before, and you must be familiar with now. This field is a lot better than the last one. The last but one was it was more mud. I was mud. My feet were 4 times the weight they were when I started walking across the field, and I felt, you know, I felt like a hippo rhinoceros cow in mud, because hippos lovely old mud, don't they? And yes, I just chatted to my mate Brian, and he was most amused when I went into what looked like another little puddle, and it went down rather deep. That made him, well, gave him a bit of a chuckle, really, I suppose is the word. One tree in the middle here. That does make sometimes for a rather nice picture, with the tree in the foreground and the sun in the background. That's that looks rather darker than it is. It's not that dark. The nights are here in the UK are pulling out now, and I've got to adjust one or two of our lamps that come on in the evening. I've got to adjust their timing because it's light now until after 4. Wasn't that long ago when it was pitch black at about 4:15. So now that's what I like, a bit of a sunset. It's not really a sunset, but the tree adds a bit of foreground interest. It's got a tab on it, so obviously it's being watched. Now I'm going to have to take my hat off because, very simply, I'm hot-headed. There's the old farmhouse over there. And there's the water tower, which you've seen from other perspectives when we've walked the other side of it. You've seen that many times. I have to say thank you for the lovely comments I've had. Over all the 1,040,000 views, I've literally had 1 or 2 adverse comments. My thing is, if I don't like something, I just don't watch it. I don't understand why. You know, there's videos I watch, I start watching them, I think, oh, not my cup of tea. It doesn't mean it's a bad video, it doesn't mean anything else, it just means it's not my cup of tea. And people should realise that what's not my cup of tea may be thousands of others' cup of tea. I watched 1 or 2 pop videos the other day and I thought, oh good gracious, the camera was flashing backwards and forwards and right to left and up and down. I think I could have got seasick. But there are millions who like it, so I don't just leave it. I don't have to put a comment about what a load of rubbish or whatever. All I'm ever saying is it's not my taste, not to my taste. That's all that's being said. But of course the other thing is you get trolls. And the one thing they like is for you to engage. And of course, all I do is delete their comment and I don't engage. I could easily engage, I could easily say something, but no, that is what they want. So why would I hand them that on a plate? So, no, not playing, sorry. A lovely sky, isn't it? Look. We have had a little bit of rain this afternoon. Rain, it's just sort of very light rain. I keep putting my hat up and putting my hat down off my jacket, and I don't know. Yes, I don't know how far I'll have been today, but it's just nice to be out in the fresh air and get a few strides in. And what's not to like about paddling in mud? My darling wife, quite sensibly, is mud averse. When I tell her where I'm going, she goes, that's mud. I said, yes, it is mud. And she says, I'll give it a miss. If we go where there's not mud, she's happy to walk. I think I must be the opposite to mud averse. I think I've probably got relatives who are hippopotamus or something, spent their lives in mud. Who knows? When we were in Vietnam, we crossed the famous river, the Mekong, and we went across the Mekong, and I think we had food in a lovely little ancient house with some people, but and we had a horse and cart ride to take us there, miles from anywhere. But along beside where we were walking to get to the horse and cart, there was like a little muddy stream, a little stream in the bottom and muddy the side. And what did we see? We saw mudhoppers, those fish that can breathe air or breathe water or whatever they do. Amphibious. That's what they are, amphibious, the little mudhoppers. And I'd never seen them in the wild before. Of course I'd seen them in various zoos or whatever, but I'd never ever seen them. I'd never seen them wild, so that was a very special occasion for me. I do love wildlife. Now I make one exception. I'm not heavily into wasps. I looked at Winter Watch last night and they were saying about how lovely rats are and how clean they are. Well, I'm quite happy to say we've kept rats. Irene and I have kept pet rats, and they are very, very clean. And you can potty train them so that you get them to go to toilet before they come out of the cage. Then they'll wander about and sit in your pocket and look out. Yeah, I'm quite prepared to think that they are clean animals. I know they're intelligent, that's for definite. But you will not get me, whatever you say, to like wasps until the day that they stop stinging people for the damn fun of it. I shall hate wasps. End of. Don't tell me the birds eat them. The birds eat other things as well. And don't tell me they pollinate. Lots of things pollinate. I'm not interested until they stop stinging for the fun of it. This is my only exception. Look, I know lions are dangerous, but then I don't go near them because they're dangerous. But these wasps, you're just sitting out having a quiet drink in the garden. Wow! Oh, got you, he says. Or she says, I don't know what they are, but they're of an absolute pain. So I don't like wasps. I've got no interest in them. Having said that, the mudhoppers were fantastic, and it was so lovely to see mudhoppers actually in the wild. So, and now we're back to the little lane where we started our tour earlier today. So we're now going back up the lane, trying to avoid some of the puddles. Although if I went in some of them, I think it might clean my boots a bit, but yes. Well, I think we'll call that a day and say bye for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, or those of you about to subscribe. And it's the Rambling Rambler on the outskirts of Coventry. Thank you for watching, as I say. Please like and share and ring the bell. You'll make an old man very happy. So it's bye from the Rambling Rambler, Dave to his friends.